Hi, and welcome back to the Glittering Library. I was going to do a flip through of my reading journal so far for the halfway point of the year. So I got my journal from Notebook Therapy. This is part of their Falling Star collection. It's the original size, so it's a little bit smaller than an A5 book. Let's get going and see what I've done so far for the year. So on the title page, I've used some of the Rose Noir PET tape from the Washi tape shop. These, I believe, were just from Michael's, the craft store. And then the paper was from Journalsay. It was through one of their paper collection sets. So I started my book with the bookcase. I read a lot. This is kind of what I do all day when I'm at my real job. I work in healthcare. So in between patients, I'm reading a lot. So there's a lot of books on here. Please don't be intimidated by that. Please don't go by how many books I read compared to what you do. This is just what I do all day. So there's a lot of spaces on the bookcases. I think last year I was over 170 books, so I did at least 180 spaces. I'm already at 120 for the year, so I may have to add in some more pages. The colors that I use, the tealish blue, these are for digital copies. I read most things digitally on my Kindle. The orange ones are audiobooks, which I've been doing a lot more of this year. The purple ones are for my advanced reader copy books that I will get into in just a second of all of those. And then the pink, those are physical books that I've read mostly this one physical and finished it up digital, so that's why it's both colors. That's the other side. I never kept a reading journal up until this year. This is something brand new for me, so I usually had everything on my Kindle Unlimited, and already seeing this many books, I read a lot. So we'll see how many extra pages I need to add in later on. So this is my first list of the art teams that I happen to be a part of. So the advanced reader copy books, those are the books that go out to people to read the book before it's released, kind of get everybody interested in it. That I've had the chance to be in quite a few of them. That they are great books. I have enjoyed most of them immensely. I've gotten to talk to a lot of great authors and get kind of into their worlds and become a fan. This starts my list of all of the books that I have read so far this year. I just decided to do all of the covers, just print them out and do it that way. I've seen a lot of different ways that this could be done, and this was the idea that I liked the best. So I printed all of them on sticker paper. I made my own review stars and the spice rating. I just did those with my Cricut and my printer, made it as a print and cut image, and just kind of kept it on a page, and I cut them out as necessary. Then all of the book covers, I was waiting until I had enough of them on a page to print them out. So for quite a while, these were empty. And then I decided, after seeing not only in the store, but a lot of people on YouTube with little printers, that I got an HP Sprocket. That's what I now use. That's why some of them are matte and some of them are shiny. You can kind of see where I went between the two. Now I can print 4 book covers at a time. It's really fast. I can kind of have them as I need it. I print out extra ones for any of the advanced books that I get, or any of the ones that I'm currently reading and I'm just not ready to put in here yet. But this is where I am at the moment. I still have a couple of pages left. I did these little Dutch doors that I thought were really cute that I've seen some other people do. I'm probably going to have to add more pages to this as well. I did an anticipated releases section. These were all of the books that I was really looking forward to reading so far this year. I think for the most part, I have read almost all of them that were on my list up until this point. So any of the ones that have been released, I've read probably 90% of. And then these are the ones for the first 3 months of 2025 that I am looking forward to reading. So I know a lot of people have a monthly favorite that they do, or even the book bracket. I read way too many books in a month to do that. I don't necessarily have one particular favorite. So these are the ones that have stood out to me so far this year that I've really enjoyed. Couldn't put them down. So this is the first half of the year. I will have another one later on for the second half. Hopefully it'll just be one page. It might be two. We'll see when it gets closer. So when I started doing all of this, I didn't really do monthly spreads. That's something that I'm going to look into for next year of possibly doing. But what I did decide to do, since I signed up for a StoryGraph account this year, was keep track of how many books I read a month, the average rating that I gave, and the total number of pages. That this is a lot more than I kind of thought that I was reading. So it's kind of interesting to see it in number form. And I think June looks like it was the most books that I've read in a month. And then that's my idea for the July page, trying to do something Olympic inspired. Then these are just the pages that I have planned for the rest of the year, plus my year end things that I want to keep track of. So like I said, and as you can see, I read a lot. So I don't normally do spreads for books unless I really truly enjoy the book. I'm usually the person that goes, I loved it. You need to read it. Here's a couple of things about it, and we'll talk about it once you read it. Yes, Marissa, I'm talking to you. So Zodiac Academy is one of those books and those series. I have read everything the Twisted Sisters have written. They are two of my favorite authors. I love everything of theirs. This was for Restless Stars, the last book of Zodiac Academy. I don't really write a whole lot, even just in everyday kind of things. I usually just do kind of bullet points. So that was really what I did. Instead of writing a whole paragraph, I was just doing my bullet points of things that I wanted to remember from the book that stood out to me and things that I kind of wanted to remember. It is a more minimal kind of page. It ties into the characters. I don't want to give too much away in case you haven't read them. Read the series. You can get through the first book. The first book is kind of rough. Just because it starts as more of a bully series. So if you can get through the first one, it is definitely worth the rest of it. That I have some others planned that I want to come back and do some spreads for the Drowned Empire series that I found this year. And of course, Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark. If you have not read those, oh, be prepared for a crazy wild ride and some foods you may not look at the same way again. So this is my list of the second grouping of the teams that I've been a part of. One of them I've gotten to be part of the cover reveal. A few of them are re-releases. This has just been so much fun. I've been asked to be on permanent art teams for a couple of authors. I've gotten the chance to be part of beta teams, which are the ones that help go through and kind of proofread the book before it gets to the arc part. So it's been really fun. I've gotten to talk to some of the authors in some chats and just be a part of their little world. So this has definitely been fun. So I saw this on the Plant-Based Brides page of the Reading Around the World Challenge. This really intrigued me just because I'm constantly reading. I want to expand the different books that I am reading, read from some different authors from around the world, get some things from some different perspectives. So far, most of my books have been from the US and the UK. Have Australian author that I've read, and this is something I definitely kind of want to keep going with. The other thing I decided to start this year was the Orilium Academy. So this is hosted by G from Book Roast. That I kind of found it after she had already done her spring equinox for the year. This is the yearly challenge that I decided to give it a go. It's been really fun so far. So I'm looking forward to the autumn equinox to kind of be able to read with everybody. That was my calling that I chose for this year. So you get your different classes. So this was my syllabus for spring and the classes I was taking and the books that I used for those classes. And here's where I'm holding out for the autumn part. And then the other thing that I've decided I wanted to do was have a place for my ARC reviews outside of just my Instagram page, Goodreads page, and Amazon reviews. This way I'm not having to kind of flip through everything on social media. I can just come in one place and see all of them. So that's what all of these are. I do have the links to my Instagram and my Goodreads pages in the description. If you'd like to come and follow, we can be book buddies. Great. I'd love to see what everybody's reading. That you can read all of these, or if you want to pause it and read them, I'm cool with that too. But these are all of the ones that I have done so far this year. That this has just been a great experience. I started doing that this year as well. A whole bunch of firsts this year. And I have gotten to read some great books and find some series that I've been happy to get involved with, and I want to read the rest of all of their books as well. So I don't have any washi tape or stickers or anything on these pages at the moment. I might come back and do it. This was mostly just for me so that I could kind of come back and reference things. This was actually the first team that I was picked to be a part of back in February this year. That I could not have asked for a better book. I cannot wait for the next one to come out and to continue that series. Miss Thief, I was actually jumping up and down when I got the email that I was chosen. I have been a fan of hers through the entire Broken Kingdoms series. I've read every single book of that well before this, and I was so excited to be able to come back in and get the Miss Thief before it was actually released, which is out now. All of these books are out now. So these were all of the ones that have been out. You can get the book, you can read the reviews, all of that fun stuff now. So these are how many empty pages I have left. I know that I'm probably going to need at least a couple of them for extra pages for the book covers and probably for the bookshelf. I'm not sure what else I'm going to need extra pages for, but we will see. So this is everything that I have at the moment. I've had fun with this. I've already gotten my next journal for next year. I have it. I'm going to hopefully show it to you guys soon. Have a video out of it. Can't wait to show it to you. And I hope that you enjoyed the video, getting to see the journal. If you have any suggestions of things I can try, any challenges I should try, I'm up for it. Leave them in the comments. Let me know. If I need to have some different layouts, or y'all think I should try some different things, let me know. I am more than willing to try things, look into it, see what else I need to do. But thank you for watching, and if you liked it, like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.